Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Look It Up Podcast. I'm Chip Homer, and it's my papa, Tony Guda. Remember, you can find us on YouTube under the Look It Up Podcast and under Facebook under Tony Guda. So, papa, a lot of big things in college football first.
Yeah, let's talk about, we're going to talk about college and the NFL this week. You notice we got our Saints stuff on. Why? Because LSU had the bye week this week. So we had LSU Saints uniforms. And guess what? I think the Saints can beat the Giants this week. We're going to find out. They looked a lot better last week. You notice our little glasses here and our Super Bowl ring. We're going to get one of those hopefully in the next 5 to 6 years with Kellen Moore and our new quarterbacks. We'll find out. Anyway, let's talk about college football. What happened last week? We had several upsets last week. First one was on Friday night. Friday night, I watched the Virginia Cavaliers, and they played FSU to Florida State, and Florida State was heavily favored. They say heavily. I think it was only 7 points. But anyway, Virginia upset them and played a hell of a game and knocked Florida State down. Over the weekend, what happened then?
Number 17 goes into Athens and beats number 5 Georgia.
24-21. That was a pretty good game. We watched that game, but Alabama kind of controlled that game most of the time. I don't think Georgia. I thought Georgia was going to win the game, but they didn't look like they had control of that game. Alabama looked like they were in control most of it. Mm-hmm. Later that's pretty much the same time, Oregon and Penn State played. Oregon went into Happy Valley, the whiteout night. It was a whiteout night, and Oregon,
I took Oregon.
They were very short score. There was hardly no score in the game until the last quarter, and then they both started scoring and went into overtime. And Oregon ended up winning 30-24 in overtime. The Ducks handled business.
And we got our pick right on there.
We got our
Oregon,
pick right. Yeah, we knew the Ducks were going to do it.
We knew Penn State can't win big games.
No, Penn State. What's his name? James Franklin. Can't win no big games. At least he hasn't yet. And then what happened to our team? Oh, we really don't want to talk about it, but LSU.
We lost to Ole Miss.
LSU to Ole Miss. LSU lost 24-19. The Rebels climbed 9 spots this week because of that. And we dropped, I think, 9 or more spots.
We're 13.
We dropped to 13. So that was kind of a beatdown to me. I mean, LSU looks like, I personally thought Nussmeier was injured.
Yeah.
He just didn't look like he had any zip on the football when he was throwing the football. And also, he didn't run. I mean, unless the coaches were telling him not to run, normally the last few weeks he's been taking off with the ball. This week he just didn't take off. I don't know. I think he's still
really
got that torso injury.
Yeah, I think there's really something wrong with his ribs.
Yeah.
But also, what made me mad is we had five offensive linemen blocking, right? Plus a running back half the time. So you have 6 guys blocking when we're in the pass. And they blitzed 3 pretty much the whole game. And they got 3 sacks on us. How does that happen?
I don't know. Our offensive line, we got a couple of injuries there. And it's a young offensive line. Remember, we lost a lot of players last year to the NFL draft and graduation. So that's the biggest difference, I think, was the offensive line. Of course, we got 2 weeks now to get ready for South Carolina. And I think they need to get the running game going. That's the key. You can't run the ball. If you can't run the ball, that puts all the pressure on the quarterback, and then the defenses blitz your quarterback constantly and attack him constantly. So, that was a beatdown, and I think we saw, hopefully we don't see that again later this year. Also, USC. We thought about Illinois last week getting beat so bad the week before by, who was that? Indiana. Indiana beat them so bad the week before, so a lot of people were counting Illinois out. Illinois come out this week and beat USC 34-32 with a last-minute field goal as the time expired. So Illinois is back in the picture. Only 1 loss. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. Let's look at the top 25. Ooh, what did people do? Well, Oregon moved up to number 2. Miami is number 3.
Ole Miss moved up to 4.
Ole Miss took LSU's spot at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma moved up to 5.
A&M moved up to 6.
A&M. Texas Tech moving up gradually to 11.
Penn State dropped to 7.
Penn State dropped. Alabama number 10. LSU number 13. None of these teams are really out of it unless you have more than 2 losses or 2 or more losses.
Now, Notre Dame is going down.
Notre Dame, I don't even know why they're still in the top 25, but because they haven't been winning great games. So I'm not sure. But anyway, Illinois is back in with 22. And BYU moved in at 23. Virginia moved in there at 24. Michigan number 20. Mizzou 19. Florida State, they fell a little. They're down to 18. And who else? Arizona State 25. Indiana at number 8. Texas at number 9. So that's the top 25 as of this week, week 6. There was a lot of movement this week because of several of the losses.
Yeah.
What was it? How was the schedule for this week? You have the schedule for look it up. Look up the
football?
schedule for college football.
Look
Who's
it up.
playing? I don't think there's any
Yeah.
huge big games like this week, but there are a few games. Who's playing this week? I know. Who is it? Is it Florida State? Florida State going to Miami?
Okay, so not big games this week. We got number 1 Ohio State goes to Minnesota.
Okay.
No, Buckeyes host. Never mind. Going to Ohio State. Number 1 Ohio State hosts Minnesota.
Ohio State will probably win that game. Ohio State's got a good football team.
The Minnesota Golden Gophers.
The Golden Gophers. Yep. Who else is playing? Miami.
This is probably the biggest game of the week. We got number 3 Miami goes to number 18 Florida State.
Yeah, that should be a good
A
game.
prime time showdown between 2 top 20 teams that should be an instant classic.
And Texas Tech.
And,
One
number
of
11
my teams I like. I really like
Texas Tech goes to Houston though. The Red Raiders travel to face the Cougars at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Then we got the biggest upset of last week. Number 24 Virginia goes to Louisville.
That should be an interesting
Both
game.
teams are well positioned to contend for the ACC title, making this a very significant game at 3:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Colorado goes to TCU.
Colorado goes to TCU.
TCU.
Now,
Colorado
I don't know
has not
about
looked
you.
good. Colorado has not looked good.
They're not looking good, but you never know.
And TCU
You never
will.
know with Dion.
All
So,
right, who else?
That's
TCU. I think TCU wins that game over Colorado.
agreed.
TCU is a good football team. Anyway, that's that's the college look up that we looked at. The picks this week. Last week I went 3-3, which is 50-50 ain't bad. I guess it could be better. I've done better in the past. The picks for this week, I'm gonna give you 3 picks. I like Illinois minus 9.5 over Purdue. I think Illinois is going to handle Purdue. Purdue is not that good. Virginia, I like Virginia plus 7.5 at Louisville. Louisville's a decent team, but Virginia is a lot better than people think. They went through all that tragedy a couple of years ago, and now the coach has turned things around there, doing a great job. And I also like Texas. Texas minus 6.5 over the Florida Gators. I think Florida loses that game to Texas.
Yeah,
That's the
agreed.
3 games. Now remember, if you're gonna wager on any games, only wager what you can afford. Only what you can afford to lose. If it's $10, then bet $10 a game. If it's $20, bet $20. Whatever you feel comfortable with, but don't do something that will hurt yourself or hurt your family. Again, Illinois minus 9.5, Virginia plus 7.5, and Texas minus 6.5. All right, let's move on to the NFL. Let's see what's going on. Dun, 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 dun. The NFL. What's happening with the NFL, Chael? Anything good?
We got some. I mean, no, we really don't. But
Let's talk about last week's games. What happened? We got some.
last week we had.
All right, the Saints game. Let's talk about the Saints game. The Saints.
I'm not gonna lie.
Saints look
So
good.
y'all saw me last. If y'all watched the episode last week, if you didn't, go watch it. Anyway, if you watched last week, you know that I was very upset with the loss to the Seahawks 2 weeks ago. Now, Rattler looked even better than he has in the last 4 weeks. Rattler looked great. Now, the offensive line still needs some work. And the defense is just. I'm going to keep it 100. Defense is straight booty, except for a couple of defensive linemen.
Well, I think the defense
And-
played pretty good. You played Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo's probably
Yeah, well-
a Super Bowl contender.
well, that's true. So, but I saw Cam Jordan has been doing good these last 4 weeks. Demario Davis hasn't been doing bad. Alontae Taylor is doing great, and rookie Sanker from I forget where
Yeah, the
college
rookie.
he's from.
Yeah,
he was
he came
lights
up
out for us.
made a pick and,
on Sunday.
And knocked a few balls down, saved a few receiving.
Mhm.
But I like the Saints game. I thought they played a good game. 31-19, that's kind of misleading. It wasn't really that bad. And
It was closer than the score looks.
Yeah. And I think this week they play the Giants. Now the Giants will be playing Dart, a quarterback.
I ain't gonna lie, Jackson Dart was going off last week.
He looked
against the
all right.
Chargers.
They
So,
won that game last week, but they really won that game at the end, and they got lucky to win that game.
Sure.
But the Giants defense is number one. The Giants defense is very good, but they can't score points. That's been their issue all year.
Agreed.
So it's going to be him. It's going to be Jackson Dart against who? Who's our quarterback?
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler. So it's going to be the two young quarterbacks against each other,
Uh-huh.
and both defenses fighting. Playing in New Orleans, I think the Saints are going to win a game. Finally, win a game this week.
I hope so.
And I believe they can win 4 or 5 this week, this coming season, looking at the schedule down the line, according to the teams I've been
Okay,
seeing.
so big games coming up. We got a divisional matchup between the Rams and the 49ers.
Yeah, last week, what happened last week with the Rams? The
Rams, they beat
Indy.
They
Knocked-
beat Indianapolis
knocked Indy out of the
27-20.
out of the undefeated.
Yeah.
They were undefeated. Knocked them out. Pittsburgh beat Minnesota over in Dublin last week. Most people don't watch that game because it was a real early game, but if you happen to watch it, Pittsburgh looked pretty good in that game. Detroit beat Cleveland 34-10, big time. Detroit looks like they're coming back. We'll find out how that goes. Atlanta came back from that beating last week by Carolina, and they beat Washington this week. Of course, remember, Washington is short-handed. They don't have
They're
Daniels,
doing good.
and they don't have Terry McLaurin. They don't have a receiver. They don't have they hung in there.
They're doing good. I ain't gonna lie.
34-27.
Marcus Mariota is not looking bad whatsoever.
That was a decent game. Atlanta surprised me.
But they
Philly's still winning. Philly won in Tampa Bay this past week.
ain't gonna lie. We do got some good games this week.
31-25.
So, like I said,
Jacksonville beat the 49ers on the road
Yeah.
in San Francisco. Jacksonville defense, they're good. Jacksonville defense has really been stepped it up, and they're like one of the top 5, I think, in the country. And surprisingly, Baltimore lost again. On the road in Kansas City, they got beat 37-20. That was bad.
well,
What's going on with Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson tore his hamstring.
He tore it or just?
Well,
I
they
think
say
he's going to play. I think he's playing this week.
it says doubtful on his injury
Okay.
status. So it says hamstring, but they didn't say if he pulled it or not. So-
I know it looked like he injured it, but I don't think it was as bad as they say. I think when he went off the field, they were just too far behind, and he was going
Yeah.
to come back and try to get injured again. I think that was the
Yeah, I
that
think
was the
great.
key.
But
And then Sunday night, Green Bay and Dallas went down to 40-40
I
ties.
ain't gonna lie, that was a
In overtime.
shootout, but I was disappointed. Like, how do you end it in a tie?
Green Bay should have won that game. Green Bay kept letting Dallas come back.
The Cowboys
Green
never
Bay's
fail.
defense. What happened to Green Bay's defense? They were number 1 in the country.
I
out
don't
there.
know, bro.
And they added Micah, and he didn't help.
No, bro. For real.
And he went to homecoming. He went back to Dallas, and he
I just want to clown on the Dallas Cowboys right now, because that was the most Dallas Cowboys way to play a football game.
Mm-hmm.
You literally get in a shootout and you end it off with a tie.
And they don't play no defense. Now, Green
It's
Bay
not a
usually plays
defensive game.
defense. I don't know what happened that night, but anyway,
Not a defensive game.
And last night they had 2 games. Miami handled the Jets 27-21. Miami looked pretty good, especially on defense.
Yep.
And Denver won 28-3 against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals are not good without Joe.
Without Joe, the Bengals don't look too good. Even with Joe, they only go win 9 wins all the time. So I don't know. Bengals are in trouble.
But
They
Joe
are not
was always
playing
hurt.
good. They're not
But
playing
Joe's
good
always
ball.
hurt.
They're not playing good ball.
Even when Joe's hurt, he's still hurt.
And the game
I mean,
this week, who we got? Besides the
We
Saints.
got big games. We
they
got divisional matchup between the 49ers and the Rams. We got Vikings-Browns.
Vikings, Browns.
Cowboys.
49ers and Rams. That's Thursday night?
Yes.
Yeah, Thursday night.
And then we got Cowboys and the Jets.
I know. Cowboys may win another one.
Then we got Giants go to the Saints, obviously. Then we got Raiders go to the Colts.
Oh, Colts might get better there.
Yeah. Then we got Dolphins-Panthers. That might be a good one. I mean, two bad teams.
Two bad teams, yeah.
So then we got Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, that'd be a good game. That's probably one of the game of the week, probably this week. Because,
Probably.
Denver's defense is playing real good ball.
Or,
I've seen that last night.
but
They
then-
shut down the.
well, never mind.
Yeah, they held them to 3
With-
points last night.
Injured Lamar Jackson. We got Texans, Ravens.
Who's
Texans and the Ravens.
playing? Oh, Ravens
Now-
are hurting. Ravens
Yeah,
are hurting. But
I got that. I got Houston in this
but you know,
game.
Houston has not been playing good ball. They won this week, but they did not play a good team. So
I got Houston.
I don't know. If
Then we got the Titans, Cardinals. I got Cardinals. Even though I was laughing at them,
Titans are not good.
we were laughing at them last Thursday because they got their rival jerseys look like tortillas.
Yeah. They weren't too good in rival jerseys. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
What else?
they're gonna win that game. Then we got the Buccaneers, Seahawks. Now,
Mhm.
this is gonna be a good game, in my opinion. That's a good game.
Should be. Seahawks are a good team. They've been looking good all year so far. Every time I watch them play.
Then we got the
Who they playing
Lions,
again? Who they play?
Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. Okay.
Then we got the Lions, Bengals. Lions.
So Lions should
All
win
the
that
way.
one.
All the way.
Bengals, unless the Bengals get healthy some kind of way.
Then this might be good since based on these two teams playing, Washington and the Chargers.
Oh, I don't know. The Chargers look bad this past week. I don't know what happened to them. They've been playing good ball,
I know.
and they fell apart. Looked like over this week. I don't know what happened against the Giants, 21-18. They kind of surprised me.
Then we got Patriots at the Bills divisional matchup. That
Patriots and the Bills.
Patriots ain't looking bad,
I know, but Buffalo.
but it's Buffalo.
Buffalo's hard to beat.
So yeah. Then we got the final game on Monday night. Bum, 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 ba-da-da. We got the Chiefs and the Jaguars.
Ooh, the Jaguars been playing good defense. That could be a good game. Where are they playing at?
They will play
In Jacksonville.
Yep, in Jacksonville.
Ooh, that could be a good game on Monday night
At
next week.
Everbank Stadium.
Yeah. Anyway, that covers most of the NFL and the college. In the NFL, the 3 picks I like the best is I like New Orleans -1.5. New Orleans is favored over the Giants, and I just think we pulled that game off this week. Secondly, I like Arizona -8.5 over Tennessee. Tennessee is a bad ball club. Got a new quarterback, new coaching staff, pretty much. Everything's pretty much new.
Honestly,
It's gonna
and
take
did
a
you hear
while.
what he said after the game?
Who?
Cam Ward.
I heard him say something, but I don't remember.
That's not what you want to hear from your starting quarterback. He
What
said, I'm a child, so I can't say what he said. But along the lines of, we're bad.
We're bad, yeah. Well, you can tell they're bad by watching the football game. They don't take long to figure that
But
out.
he's saying we're 0-4. We're done. We are bad.
So Arizona's going to beat
So-
them pretty much, and I think they cover the 8.5 point spread. And I like Indianapolis over Las Vegas -6.5. Like I said, if you're going to bet, only bet what you can afford. My picks again, I'm going to go over them real quick. Illinois -9.5, Virginia +7.5, Texas -6.5, New Orleans -1.5, Arizona -8.5, and the Indianapolis Colts -6.5 over Las Vegas.
Yep.
Okay, anything else? Would you want to cover anything in the UFC?
Yes, I want to say one thing. I want to say a few things about UFC. So, we had a good card on UFC Perth last weekend with Carlos Ulberg flattens Dominic Reyes for a KO win in the main event. Then,
We didn't see that. Yeah, we didn't watch it.
no, I watched it, but I was out of town. Anyway, then we got huge pay-per-view, finally. It's been 2 months since the UFC's had pay-per-view. We got...
That this week?
Yep. This weekend, Alex Poatan Pereira tries to get his rematch and gain back his light heavyweight championship against Magomed Ankalaev. Now, here we see that Pereira has said in the past, that when he fought Ankalaev the first time, he said he fought at 40%. Now, I don't know what that means. So are you going to fight at full percent this weekend? I'm hoping. I love Poatan.
Did he say why he only fought at 40%?
No, he did not. He just said he fought at 40%.
And was he injured or what?
No, I don't know.
I'm sure they got a bunch of fights with that too, right?
Yeah,
they got a bunch of pre-entry. Cause, you know, when they do UFC, they start like in the middle of the day and they go through a whole bunch of fights. Mm-hmm. And then like 7 or 8, 6 o'clock, they're on ESPN for a while. Then about 9 or 10 o'clock, they go over to the pay-per-view. So it takes a while to get through all them fights.
Yeah, so on the main card, we have, this is a great card, in my opinion. We have Joe Pyfer goes against Magomedov. Then we got Josh Emmett, good fighter, historic fighter, goes against Yusuf Zalal. Then we get into the 3 big fights. Yuri Prochazka goes to fight Khalil Roundtree. Then for the bantamweight belt at the co-main, we have Merab Dvalishvili takes on Corey Sandhagen. Now, for those who are watching, please leave your comments on either Facebook or YouTube. Leave your comments on your picks for either UFC, college football, or NFL.
Our views have been getting up better and better every week.
Our views are getting better every week.
Please promote us. Send us out. Send things out that people
send
know
things to your friends.
People are really interested. I've had people call me and tell me how much they liked it. I've had several Facebook friends tell me how much they enjoy the information because they don't keep up with football as good as we do.
No.
So it helps them get a recap of what happened and what's going to happen in the next week. In the college football, I just think there might be some upsets this week. I'm hoping there'll be some upsets in the top 25 and help LSU move up, even though they're not playing. You know, because you never know who's going to happen. Texas Tech got a tough game. A&M got a tough. That's a lot of tough games going on this week. Texas.
Also, be aware, we won't always be talking about college football and NFL. Once the season gets there, we'll start talking about the NBA. Start talking about LSU baseball when that starts up.
Yeah, we're going to keep sports.
Yeah, we'll talk about all sports.
We have football now. Football's going to probably go until February. And then we'll start going more. But once the NBA starts, we'll talk a little bit about them as we go.
Yeah.
About the Pelicans, talk about what the Pelicans might do. Okay. But anyway, if you have problems and you can't find anything, what you do, where do you look?
You look it up. All right.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you share us and like us on Facebook and on YouTube. Thanks again for watching. Go Saints.
Go Tigers. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
All right.